What's going on, guys? TechLift here. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys the unboxing and first impressions of the Backbone 1 mobile gaming controller for the iPhone. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. Right off the bat, guys, whenever I was first getting this in the mail, I didn't really know what to think. I was kind of skeptical, I'm not going to lie. I was like, why would you need a controller for your iPhone when you already have an Xbox? And decided to just give it a go anyway. So right off the bat, guys, the packaging was really well made. I was pretty impressed. It looks really cool. I feel like it's like a 3D style print. I don't know, it's just very pleasing to look at, and it's almost like a fun box. I don't know, it would have sold me if this was on the shelf at Best Buy. And then we got the adapter for the 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max. Now this is literally just a little rubber piece that sticks onto the inside of the controller itself. It's nothing crazy, fancy, or special. But getting into the unboxing of this, I was really impressed by the packaging. It was really well made, really well taken care of. And like I said, packaging to me is what sells me on something. It's almost like the thumbnails on YouTube. Like if it looks cool, you're gonna click on it. If not, you're gonna go away. Well, same thing with packaging. If it looks cool, a lot of times I almost want to buy it just for the packaging. It's a nice suede box here. And then you get a little piece in there, snap in, it flew out of the box there, as you guys can tell, but literally just kind of shows you how to plug in your iPhone. And the controller itself, along with the play safe, I guess, manual. You really don't need this, a bunch of gibberish, so I threw it off to the side. But the controller itself, guys, first impressions right off the bat, I was kind of surprised because it felt really nice and premium. I was thinking this was gonna just be like an ABS, super cheap plastic controller, and that was definitely not the case. The buttons and everything, they're textured, they're nice, and like I said, it's a premium feel, a little bit, honestly, a little more premium than the actual Xbox Series S controller itself. It just has like a nice texture to it. It's nice and grippy. And now putting my phone into it, guys, what you want to do is you want the charging end in first. Do not make that mistake because you might break it. Now I have a pretty thin, just clear case on my iPhone 12 Pro Max here. And it did go in, it did buckle in, but the thing is I didn't really get to see if it was actually working or not, because the controls don't work unless you're inside of the Backbone app itself or a game. So I had it on with the controller just to see how it was going to be in terms of actually getting an iPhone with a case to work on it. And honestly, I don't think you can make it work, but whenever you're gaming, you just want the best setup possible. I don't really think you need a case on it while you're gaming. Now this thing was pretty sturdy with my phone in the thing, and it had a case on it. Again, like I said, I don't know if the plugin actually worked or not because I didn't really get to test that out. But I mean, in terms of build quality and the phone sitting in there nice and sturdy with a case on, it was pretty good, not gonna lie. Now here's a different look at the packaging in just regular daylight. This is kind of like an unboxing part 2. Obviously, I just took it out the night before just to test it out and just play with it, and then obviously it was kind of late, so I had to go do other things. But during the day, whenever I actually got to test it and put it to an actual, you know, gameplay test, I had to unbox it again, and again I was blown away by the packaging. The packaging itself sells me on anything. There's times where I'm at the grocery store looking for food, and the one that has the better packaging I go with, just because I get excited off of branding and, you know, packaging and, you know, stuff like that. So here's a look at it during the day in broad daylight type of look. As you guys can tell, it looks very premium. It has like nice little plastic inserts on the inside to grip your phone so your phone won't fall out. Now the buttons feel nice and sturdy as well. The right trigger, left trigger, LB, RB, the top buttons, etc., are really nice and very clicky, etc. Now the little extension thing, you would think it's flimsy and it's not going to last long, but honestly, it's very sturdy, very well made, and it's almost like it's on like a ball bearing type deal. Now again, when you put it in, make sure it's connector side first, because you definitely don't want to do the other side and then break it, especially breaking the connection piece. But once you get it in, it latches into the phone itself. So as you guys can tell, there's a little piece that goes over the phone, so it's nice and sturdy. And as you guys can tell here, this little test was kind of ballsy, but it literally was not going to fall out of this. It didn't feel like it was janky, loose, or anything like that. So rest assured, this is going to be perfect for mobile gaming on the go. If you're at school, on the concrete, grass, whatever it is, it's not going to really fall out of your case here. But honestly, it's a really cool looking concept. At first I thought it kind of looked dorky, but it honestly looks pretty badass after a while, I'm not gonna lie. And like I said, if you have a smaller phone, it might feel a little more comfortable in hand. I have the iPhone 12 Pro Max. I have the biggest phone you can get, and that felt like not too wonky in hand either. Now moving on to some gameplay footage here, guys. I could literally think of so many different scenarios where this would come in handy. And for me, it was kind of just like waiting for something to render on the computer. So I decided to boot it up. I had a podcast going on in the background and literally just get a quick game in. Now this thing does sync up to like Facebook and things like that. So if your friends are on Facebook, you can play with them and you guys can tell there right off the bat. You can control little things like ask the app to track data, don't ask it to track data, etc. Now I jumped into Call of Duty Mobile as my game of choice, the first game to play. Now I didn't really have the Backbone app downloaded, Stadia, Xbox Game Pass, or anything like that. That'll be a different video, Xbox Game Pass Mobile. But for today, it was just Call of Duty Mobile off of the regular Apple App Store. And I must say, guys, this thing really blew me away. At first, it did take some getting used to, just because, like I said, I have the huge iPhone, and so it makes the controller a little bit bigger in terms of like the grip width, etc. You're not used to gripping the Xbox Series S controller where it's nice and small. But I have played this game before with my friend, and we do really good for some reason. Like, we always win in Warzone, in Team Deathmatch. Like, I'm not even just saying this, I'm not even normally that good at video games, but in this game I was really good, and it took me a little bit to get used to the controls and layout of this thing, but after a while I was doing really good. Now if you guys want some tips, go for headshots. That's literally why I win 9 out of 10 gun battles with other people, because I feel like they don't really know the controls of the, you know, playing on the iPhone or whatever phone they're playing on, and I literally just go for headshots and boom, it's an easy kill every single time. And obviously you just control the gun recoil. But anyway, that's a little gamer nerd talk. But if you guys can see here, this is firing range off of Black Ops 1, guys. All the nostalgia, so I was super pumped to see this map. And honestly, guys, the controller, like the feel of it, and just the fact that you can get that like Xbox gaming or PS5 gaming feel and sense with different games like this is freaking awesome. And it honestly got me super hyped, and I can definitely see myself using this a lot more. Now, a quick little rundown of the controller itself. You have an audio input and as well as a lightning port, just the regular iPhone port to charge it, and a little place for your headphones so you can, you know, talk to your friends. Like I said, syncs up through Facebook and, you know, chat with your friends on there, like party chat, etc. Does have a nice little D-pad. The joysticks are nice and textured. It has your start and back button like you would on a regular Xbox, and then the orange button is a dedicated Backbone app button, which takes you like to a bunch of games and stuff like that. Now the buttons, the X, Y, A, B, are very clicky, as well as the LB and RB buttons, which are, you know, the Xbox layout. The triggers are nice as well, but they don't click in. And now I did go back to my Xbox controller and test it out. Those don't click either. So I did see some complaints about that there. But honestly, I don't mind that my trigger doesn't click, because I feel like that'd be a little weird. My LB and RB buttons, they do click on the regular Xbox as well as on here. So I was happy to see that. Now, the whole gaming experience of this, guys, like I said, it takes like 2 minutes to get used to it. And once you're getting going, like it's literally just like you're playing Xbox, but on your phone, which is awesome. And like I said, this is like a Call of Duty Mobile. It wasn't like a full Call of Duty game like you could get off of Game Pass or, you know, Stadia, things like that. But I definitely see the uses off that. Now, speaking of non-laggy, that's exactly the best way to describe this thing. You're not going to experience any like input lag because you're connecting like a third-party thing to your iPhone. It's going to be very responsive. Again, I'm not too sure in terms of like millisecond response time, but it was very just direct and seamless. All right, guys, not sure. Is that me? I'm pretty sure that's me. Yeah, that's me right there. That's G, baby. Guys, so I'm not sure if you guys could see the gameplay at all, but at first, I was like, what the heck? This feels so goofy and funky, but I was freaking doing work. I didn't even use all my, like, kill streaks, and playing this right off the bat, I can already see so many different uses for it. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like, I was skeptical on this, like what's kind of the point of this, but first game in, and I'm already seeing so many applications for this. It was super fun. It was very non-laggy, and just like an Xbox controller, takes a tiny little bit to get used to, but I just put in work. This thing is gonna be clutch. Now, obviously you have to get used to some certain controls, like the sprinting button. It's literally a click in with the left stick, whereas in like Xbox, you have to hold it down to sprint. Here, you just click it in once. So that kind of threw me off a little bit. But other than that, guys, like familiarizing yourself with this, you're gonna have a great time. Now, again, back to like the whole uses of this, I could definitely see myself throwing this in my fanny pack and having this a part of my everyday tech carry. Now, today I went and ran some errands in a different town, you know, go to Costco and different things like that. But like whenever my girlfriend runs into like a makeup store or something like that, I'm staying in the car and I'm about to freaking take this thing with me everywhere I go so I can pop off a quick game or two. Just also the fact that there's like a dedicated full library with like Stadia and also Xbox Game Pass. Now that we have Game Pass Ultimate, we have the ability to mobile game or cloud game as well. So you can play like Halo, you can play the big titles that you play on your Xbox on your mobile device, which is freaking awesome. And like I said, it's just so nice to just have that same experience on your phone. Now a phone like this, the iPhone 12 Pro Max with a beautiful big display, and I'm not too sure in terms of like the refresh rate, but this thing does display like 4K type of footage, and honestly games like that will look very beautiful and stunning on this thing, and I'm just so excited. The fact that this little controller lets you take that on the go, especially like with next gen games, is just so amazing. And honestly, I feel like if you're travel for work or you're going to the airport, this thing is going to be clutch. Guys, I'm absolutely sold on this thing, and I have never been more excited to actually go other places where I know that I'm usually bored, because I'm going to have this at the palm of my hands. Now I'd prefer to game on this over just the iPhone itself on the screen. Go ahead and pick one of these up, guys, and stay tuned for a full review. That's going to go ahead and do it for today's video, guys. Tech Lift out.